Hello, Aries, my beautiful Aries. Welcome in. I hope this message finds you well. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. I hope this video is going to bring you some clarity and insights. This is for the placements of sun, moon, or rising signs in the sign of Aries. So if you have that, this may be for you. However, keep in mind this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading. So not all messages may resonate. However, keep what does and leave what doesn't for someone else. If you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you and your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below, or you can go to dawnwilliamstarot.com for all my details. Okay, so today's message is for the month of August. It's an overview for the month. It is also tapping into the collective energies, not just boots on the ground. So it's really going to be kind of whatever surfaces for us as to the messages for you. I have done a pre-read, meaning that I'm actually recording this on July the 26th. And so if you happen to listen to this message after that, these cards are still going to probably resonate for you. But I was really curious because we've had so many changes specifically here in the US in just a week. So it seems like every week there's some big new thing that's coming in for us to look at. We had that assassination attempt on Trump. And after that, he brought in J.D. Vance as his potential vice president, should he be elected. And then we saw that, Joe Biden went to Las Vegas, and while there, he contracted COVID. So he got sick, went home to Delaware, and Vice President Harris stepped into that role for a bit. And then Joe Biden has now decided to step out of running for the nomination for president for the Democratic Party. So I feel as though Kamala Harris may be considered. I know that there's people that are backing her. We'll see if that doesn't change before Election Day. So there has been a lot of big happenings here. As a matter of fact, today, the day that I'm recording this, former President Trump is actually meeting with Netanyahu from Israel, and that has got the nation up in arms as well for those people who, support Palestine. So it's very fiery. It's very hot out there. And I suspect from all of the readings, I'm close to the very end, Aries, this one, and then one more, which will be Taurus. All the readings have been very fiery, very hot, very fast moving energy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes coming in again. So what I plan to do for you today is I am going to share with you those pre-cards that I pulled. And I'm also going to do a Celtic cross for you so we can find out what energies are going to be helping or hindering you in this next month. So without any further ado, I plan to take myself off screen while I read your cards. I will come back at the end. If you wouldn't mind, could you do me a favor? Right in this moment, reach up there and just click that thumbs up. Because all of those likes, those thumbs ups do help content creators. So I appreciate that. And then lastly, what I would like to share is if anybody is new to my channel, you have not subscribed before, you might want to consider subscribing. I have started doing live sessions on YouTube only at this time that I schedule, and if you're a member or if you've subscribed to my channel, then you'll be notified of those. As a matter of fact, I have scheduled a live for tomorrow morning, which is Saturday morning, at 10 a.m. my time. So you might want to check that out. I would love to have you come in, ask a question. I'd be happy to answer for you. Okay. So I'm just going to lay out your cards here and see what we've got that we're working with for this month. I do see that we've got some fire already. The very first card, that Four of Wands, does represent Aries energy. Three of Wands, Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. It's been very interesting because a lot of people have gotten that Nine of Pentacles, and I love the Star card. You've actually got some amazing cards here. Oh, and the Lovers. This is going to be a hot month for some of you. So there is potential of love, or it is a deepening or a more, oh, an agreement to have a committed, more committed relationship in some way, like exclusive, or maybe there is an offer of marriage. We'll see what happens for you, Aries. All right, so I'm going to take myself off screen. I will be back in just a bit. So your pre-read had amazing cards as well, Aries. It doesn't surprise me. You guys always kick butt every month. I feel like of all the signs, especially because, we always start the astrological signs in Aries. I'm not sure why that is, but that's where we start. And I feel like you are the sign to watch. Like everybody watches you and tries to emulate your courage and your fire and your passion and your creativity. And this reading is not going to be any different. This reading already looks amazing to me. Your cards are beautiful. We start off with this Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. I love wish fulfillment. So, what's that saying is whatever you've been really working hard on, working towards, wanting to manifest for yourself. Now, this would be a big thing. This would be something that you have really put a lot of thought into, you have put a lot of energy into. It wasn't just oh, I would like to do this. No, this is something that you have committed and put time into as a wish fulfillment. And this is my card of happiness and joy and all of those good feeling kind of cards, right? This is really saying that you're persevering, you're doing very well, and there is a wish that you've been asking for that the universe is granting. So, congratulations on that. Your next card that came in was the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is my card of a new opportunity coming in. You can see the hand of God giving you this gift, and this is either associated with career, money, health. This could also be saying that you may be purchasing a larger, kind of more expensive item for your home, or this is an opportunity for you to make additional money. So, whatever this is going to represent for you, this is going to be something that you're going to have to take action on, right? Because, you know, it's so funny because I have been doing these lives and I had somebody write me and say, you told me that I was going to be, living my dream by the end of the month. Well, I'm not living my dream. And so I had to ask, well, what have you done towards that dream? Have you taken any action? Have you done anything? Well, no. So I had to laugh. It doesn't just fall into your lap. You do have to take action. It's your responsibility. The opportunity is there. And the thing that I always say about specifically about the cards is that tarot taps into the field of potential. These are potentials coming towards you. Even if you get any type of a reading from a reader, psychic reading, channeling messages, all of that, none of that stuff is set in stone because as soon as you are given that information, you can make a decision. I don't want that in my life. And you will do everything in your power to walk away from it. Well, then it's not going to manifest for you, right? So there is a give and take with tarot. And what I want to say here is this is an opportunity. It could be a new career path. It could be an opportunity for a bump up in your career. This could be a new way for you to bring in additional money to diversify your portfolio. So it could represent a lot of different things for you here, Aries. Your last card in your pre-poll was the Ten of Pentacles. And I love this card because this is my card of spiritual and material abundance. I really do feel as though what this card is representing is that you, your family, are creating this generosity of heart. You are working on your wealth and your prosperity, and you are also building a legacy to leave for your family. So I feel as though there's a lot of happiness and joy in this card. It does represent money, your physical security, your home, your possessions, all of that. And it feels as though you are making tremendous progress. So congratulations on those successes, Aries. I love the cards. Love the cards. You guys are going to kick butt again this month. Woo! Okay, now I'm starting the middle of your reading here. And in the very center, we start off with the Four of Wands. As you know, as I said when I laid down the card, that this Four of Wands does represent Aries energy because it is fire. This for me is celebrations. So it feels as though there's going to be some celebrations coming towards you, some things that you're going to be able to celebrate. Now, what those things are, it's going to be different for all of you, but maybe graduations or maybe promotions. It could be marriage. It could be divorce for some people who think that that's something to celebrate. And it might be, depending on the situation, right? If you come from an abusive, toxic relationship and you finally clear yourself of that, that is something to celebrate. Even though in many people's minds, it looks as though it's a negative. In reality, it is not, because you are stepping up for yourself. You're walking away from toxic relationships and you are rebuilding yourself. So whatever this is going to represent for you, this is also my 1111 angel card. This is a blessing coming in of some kind. And because this is the very first card, the main focus of your reading, it feels as though this whole month is going to be things you're going to have a lot of ups, a lot of up energy, a lot of celebrations, a lot of happiness and joy. Now, what is crossing you? So this is either helping or hindering. It has to do with the death and rebirth card. Now, the death card, people see the death card, they get really nervous, like, oh my gosh, it doesn't represent physical death. It represents, um, you know, it doesn't represent an actual death. It represents some kind of a a symbolic death. That's the word I'm looking for, a symbolic death. And that could just be the death of an old way of looking at life. That can be a death of a belief system that you might have been hanging on to your whole life. And now you have gained additional insights of some kind that have allowed you to release that old way of thinking, that old way of believing, and allowing yourself to expand. That's what expansion and transmutation is all about. The death card is exactly that. The death card is a transition, it is a transformation, it is a liberation card. This is allowing you to put to an end, to complete a chapter, to walk away from toxic situations or whatever it may be that are no longer serving you. And this is allowing you a rebirth. You get to rebirth yourself in any way that you feel is appropriate. So it feels like you are that butterfly coming out of your chrysalis, right? Your chrysalis, or however you say that word, coming out so that you're starting to spread your wings, right? And you are able to move forward. A rebirth is an allowance of you to reevaluate, review, all the words, review, rebalance, reevaluate, reassess, all of those words as to what direction you want to go, how you want to accomplish that. It is a major arcana. It is in the center of your reading. So I do feel as though this is big, and I feel as though it's powerful. I don't feel it that it is detrimental on any. I feel it in my upper chakra area. So it feels as though it's not something that is a sink low or that it is a bad sign. It actually is a beautiful sign. And I feel as though it's really, really starting to activate you in a really positive way, Aries. Now your foundation is the Three of Cups. Again, we have more celebrations. This card right here for me. So threes are about creativity as well as teamwork. These people would be people that you have accumulated along the way, not necessarily family members, but very close friends. And these are the people that no matter what, if you went to them and said, I need to bury a body, they would go, okay, where do we need to bury it? Right? Not that you would ever do that, but you know what I mean? That level of loyalty. And it feels as though you're going to be celebrating with them. Something's going to come in. It could be maybe you are going to a class reunion and you're going to see a bunch of your friends from college or from high school or whatever the situation may be, university. Or it's a situation where you are just celebrating just to celebrate. It is that time of year. It is August. People are going on vacations. So I feel as though you're going to have this beautiful community around you that supports you and will help lift you up. And that's beautiful energy for your foundation. Now, what are your thoughts? What's above you? What is on your mind? So the moon. Now, the moon card has a lot of different um, energies associated with it. Right off the bat, it does represent night and the darkness, right? Because the moon comes up at night. The associated with that moon, that full moon, which I feel the full moon is important to you, Aries, is the energy of that subconscious, your dream world. So if you're having a lot of dreams, are you paying attention to those dreams? That's your subconscious trying to get your attention. The other thing this card does represent is mysteries. And there is a level of fear associated with the moon card because the moon is a major arcana. You are trudging through your path in the dark. You will not always be able to see very far in the dark. And this is what is causing you to have to trust. And what are you trusting? You're trusting your intuition. Your intuition is the thing that is going to allow you to move through the dark and go find those successes for you. I do feel as though it's a nice card. There is mystery involved with this card. So it's not like it's really giving me a lot of clarity and insight as to how this is going to be helpful to you. But I do believe that things are going to unfold that are going to bring you that clarity. This is your path to travel. And sometimes you just have to travel that path alone and see where spirit takes you, right? Now, in your immediate past, we have that Three of Wands. This is my card of looking towards the future. She is actually looking out at the water, trying to figure out when she can jump in that water to catch a wave. So the three also are representing, of course, creativity. It is allowing you to express your mind. It is allowing you to bring in a lot of passion and a lot of motivation as to what direction you want to go. So I feel as though some of you have been looking at maybe potentially looking at something new that is really going to fire you up in some way or bring a lot of creativity and passion into your life. So it could be a new project. Maybe you're going to pick up a new hobby. Maybe you're going to try something you've never tried before, but that's kind of what this energy is representing here. And I feel as though since this is in your past, your immediate past, you might already have an idea as to what this is representing. Now, in your immediate future, we have the Page of Swords. Now, the pages typically represent the younger people. This could represent children or it could represent teenagers. It's usually younger, somebody younger than you. You could be a mentor for this individual. This individual and the energy of this card, it's a gold card, so it's a positive card, is full of ideas and really doing some deep dives into some educational type of things. So some of you might be taking classes. Some of you might just be, doing some things that are outside the normal so that you can broaden yourself. And I don't know why, but Toastmasters just came to my mind. Now, I haven't thought about Toastmasters in a gazillion years. I don't even know if people do Toastmasters anymore, but I have this feeling that some of you might want to do something like a Toastmasters where it allows you to come up with a concept and be able to sell that concept, get up in front of people and speak about it. This is to help your speaking skills, and this is to help to allow you to express your thoughts. And this is the first time I've ever associated that energy with this card, but it makes sense because the swords is how we express. This is how we express our ideas and how we communicate things, right? So you might be stepping in front of people and practicing doing your speaking stuff. Or this is a representation of messages coming to you. The page was always meant to be a messenger for the king. So you might be really involved with social media at this time, looking at concepts, ideas, whatever it is that's going to inspire you, as well as you might be waiting for some type of email, or you might be waiting for a phone call, whatever it may be. Okay. That will allow you to step forward on your path. Now, again, that page is saying this is a new path, a new direction, and it could also represent that younger person. So it's going to resonate different. So you just let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this center part of your reading. But so far, everything looks really, really good. Aries, we're going to build your ladder now. We start off with your distant future. So this is like the next week or so that's coming in for you. These are the next coming days. And then this is as you're progressing through the month, you're tapping into this 9 of Pentacles energy. Now the 9 of Pentacles, of course, is very similar to that 10 of Pentacles energy there, where you are definitely in a position where you are combining your spiritual and material abundance. This is that card. I really like this card because she symbolizes that material comfort, financial and personal security. And she is all about happiness and joy. She's in a very comfortable place. This is also representing your finances and your money. So I feel as though many of you may be feeling very comfortable right now in that career space. And this is actually a really good card because that means that you're looking at your long-term goals and plans for your financial successes to take you into your golden years. Now, the next card has to do with your closest relationships. And I love the star card because the star card comes right after the tower, right? The tower energy, which is that tearing it to the ground and rebuild. The star card brings in a tremendous amount of healing. And this is deep soul healing. One of the reasons why I love this card is because through all of the trials and tribulations and all of the experiences that you've had in your life, now this time of the year, and this year specifically in the year 2024 is an excellent time to really go inside yourself and look at those things that you might not have wanted to look at, different past experiences that might have hurt you in some way, that you can go in and you can forgive yourself, forgive the person that did it, because you're not forgiving their actions. What you're doing is you're setting them free. And you're allowing them just to go on their way with love. But at the same time, you're setting them free. You're setting yourself free as well. So take this opportunity and clear up anything that is residual. You might have somebody in your family that you absolutely do not get along with. It could be a brother or a sister that you grew up with and you guys fought like cats and dogs. And it might be a situation where you don't even talk together at this time. And you might not have for a long time. But what I feel is if you were to do this inner work and free yourself from that inner work, forgive yourself, forgive them. You are not that same person as you were as a child. So really do the work, because this is the opportunity for you to do it. The other thing this card represents is long-term plans and goals, which I was talking about with this money. So not only are you looking at it from a financial situation, you're looking at it from a spiritual situation as well. And this card for me is more of the spiritual aspect of our growth and evolution, because the star does represent our long-term plans and goals. So this can be representative of being very optimistic, upbeat, looking towards hope, right? Bringing in hope and bringing in a lot of empathy and bringing in a lot of unconditional love to yourself. And I just love this card. I could just go on for days and days. As you can tell, I'm a chatty Cathy. Okay, your future feelings is the Lovers card. So as I had mentioned at the beginning, when I saw this card, some of you may very well be starting a new relationship, or maybe you have been in a relationship and you weren't really sure as to whether or not it was going to be a real solid connection. The Lovers card for me is that card of partnership. It is about deep love, connection, right? These are two energies coming together to create this beautiful um, metamorphosis of this combined unit, right? That's kind of the way that I look at the Lovers. However, I also see this as a duality kind of a card, because the duality part of it is it's also the strengths of the person that you're committed with and their weaknesses. And can you accept them for who they truly are? And can they accept you for who you truly are? This is also my card of creating healthy boundaries. What I have found in the many years that I have been a massage therapist and I have worked on people, and all of the readings that I've done my whole life, I started reading in the 90s for people. I was doing a lot of soul readings, like connecting to your higher self, your soul readings for a number of years. And then when I learned how to do the tarot and actually being able to interpret the tarot correctly, I recognize that a lot of people will get into a relationship and they get into that relationship thinking that that other person is going to complete them. So my thing that I say about the Lovers card is don't fall into that trap. This person is coming into your life to enhance your life, not to fix you, not for you to fix them, not for you to change anything about that person. You have to accept them for who they are. And if they are so inspired to change on their own for the betterment of the couple, then that's by free will choice, not because you feel they need to be this way, right? If you feel that you have got to change anybody in your life, then you are doing them a disservice. So really, this is my card of really looking at things very clearly, very succinctly. What is your intention? Where do you want this to go, right? And there's also that mingling of not only, you know, connecting on a heart level, but there's also a lot of times with the Lovers is you're connecting sexually as well. So you're creating some very strong bonds. So just make sure that you are in alignment with this relationship as you move forward. But I do feel as though this is beautiful energy for you, Aries. Now, your final card is this Five of Swords. Fives are all about changes coming in. So you might be changing your mind on something. Something's going to come in that's going to allow you to really look at things. And it might be kind of one of those things. It's just one of those things that nags at you. Sometimes we have those nagging thoughts that sit in the back of our mind, and then we get busy, we forget about it, and then something comes along, and that nagging kind of an energy pops up again because you haven't really dealt with whatever that is. I feel as though some of you are going to want to feel freed from whatever those thoughts are. Just know that the five is bringing in those changes for you. And it's giving you an opportunity to look at things in a completely new way. So, Aries, I don't know, of all my readings so far, I got to say, I think I say that so often to you. I don't know why it is. I have such a connection to Aries. Well, I married two Aries, but they didn't last. So there you go. I have a connection with that Aries energy. I really have. I feel as though Aries has been one of my lessons in life, right? The energy of that fiery energy. I'm a very grounded person. I'm a Taurus. I'm a plotter. It takes me a while to get moving. Once I get going, though, there is nothing you're going to do that is going to let me stop. I'm just going to keep taking my time, putting one foot in front of the other. I'm a cow, I'm a bull. So there you go, right? We take our time. And Aries is fast energy. And I think that's why, is because that fast energy just and my earth energy didn't always match, right? So I feel like the Aries energy is always going to be part of my lessons. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. Your August looks amazing. I didn't see anything here that I feel as though you would not be able to overcome. As a matter of fact, I feel a lot of really uplifting energy coming in. I know you guys have been working hard, clearing out your stuff, really walking your talk, really speaking your truth, those types of things. So I champion you for that. So, from my heart to your heart, I am sending you a lot of love, happiness, joy, light, uh, good health, prosperity, should you so decide to accept it from me. And until next time, take very good care of you. And thank you so much for always supporting my work. Cheers.